Hi guys, and welcome to Soulful Sunday. So today is a deep one. This is a request I got from somebody looking for me to talk about verbal abuse. And so here I am doing it. And it can be a bit disturbing, so it's definitely worth watching because you could save somebody's life really when you know the signs to look out for in verbal abuse. So verbal abuse is sometimes also called emotional abuse, and that can get us confused because we're looking for something that was deemed emotional abuse, or we're looking for something that's verbal abuse and we don't fully understand what it is. And so today I've written down notes from my own experience of the verbal abuse and emotional abuse, and also stuff that I've learned about it. So you'll see me probably referring to my notes a good bit. So verbal abuse, also known as emotional abuse, is when somebody is forcefully bullying you, criticizing you, insulting you, condemning you, or attacking your character if they're trying to put you down all the time. And why we confuse it is because it comes out verbally but it affects us emotionally. So does that make sense? So, and sometimes when you're in situations like that, you're not actually thinking straight because you're living in fear. And a lot of the symptoms that we have when we're in an abusive relationship, verbal, emotional, it's all domestic abuse, whatever label you want to put on it, it doesn't matter to me. What I learned was, if I am uncomfortable, I don't feel safe, and I'm doubting myself, something is seriously wrong. So you might even be in that situation, or maybe you're trying to help someone that's in that situation as well. So maybe the definition that I have is going to help that person or help you to define, yes, this is what's going on in my life. And it can be quite scary because I was quite scared, you know. It's also, someone else's behaviour towards you. So that can be quite scary. Like, it's also known as gaslighting. That's another one that I didn't know what gaslighting was. I didn't hear of it before. And a lot of the feelings that we have when we're in these relationships is we feel guilty all the time. We feel ashamed of ourselves because it's all being pushed down our throats, how worthless we are, how useless we are, how lucky we are to be in a relationship with these people, how no one else would have us. And they compare us to previous partners that they would have had, and this is how we always sorted out our arguments, or I never had this problem until I met you, and all this kind of stuff goes on. And then that, as a result of that, that makes you doubt yourself. You know, it makes you doubt yourself and say, what's wrong with me that I'm causing this person to behave like that? It has to be me. If they're telling me that they didn't have this issue before, well then it must be me. That's all gaslighting, because they do not want to look at themselves. And by you pointing out something in their behaviour, well, that is definitely a no-no for them, because they're generally very, very insecure people. No maturity emotionally, if that makes sense, but will always be very arrogant. If you did this the way I said it, we wouldn't be in this situation. When I was in that situation, this is what I done, and all this kind of stuff. It's like they're better than everybody else, but inside they're little children and they really don't know what to do. So what they do is they bully other people. And the gaslighting is also, I have here, I said that about you doubting yourself, or they say things to you like as well, you're just too sensitive, or you can't take a joke. What's wrong with you? Why are you always so serious? You know, stuff like that. And another one is as well in the verbal abuse is emotional abuse, or the gaslighting, whatever words you want to call it, is when they twist everything that they say. So today they could say to you, you know, a situation of what it is, what they're doing, what they're going to do, and then it's to put fear into you. They're going to threaten you. And the next day then you may say, well, why did you say that? Or why did you do that? Because we always end up trying to make the situations better. And they totally deny that that's what they said. that they say, you are crazy. I did not say that. And depending on how forceful they are, we turn it in on ourselves then and we say, did I pick that up wrong? But I know they said it. I know, I heard them saying it. And they are so strong and forceful in denying what they know that they said themselves as well, that they just try to set your head crazy. And that is the object of it. For when you are doubting yourself, that's where they have the power and control. And then they say to you, I don't know why you thought that I said that, because I didn't say that. This is what I meant and you picked me up wrong. But we didn't pick them up wrong, because we're not stupid. We know what we are is crushed, and we're getting smaller and smaller. And they just want to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And their personality changes all the time, and we never know what way they're going to be. And that causes us then to be living in the anxiety and the fear, and what is it going to be like today. The tone of voice can also greatly affect us. If they are there and they're pointing their finger in your face when they're telling you something about yourself, that is also gaslighting. If they're constantly pointing their finger at you and even putting their face up really close to you to scare you, that's gaslighting as well. It's all abuse. It's verbal, emotion, whatever way you want to put a word on it, it's abuse. When you are uncomfortable and your gut is telling you, I'm afraid, you're in a dangerous situation, because you don't know when that person will explode completely and that will turn into something else. When it's verbal abuse, it's dangerous. When it's emotional abuse, it's dangerous. Gaslighting is dangerous. It's all to mess with your head, to doubt yourself, so they can keep you stuck, keep you under their control, keep you under their power. And if they can do that, then they're safe in their little bubble. When you feel worthless and you feel that you have something wrong with you, that's the object. That's what they're trying to do. That's basically all I have written down, because it's very deep. You know, it's a very deep talk, and I'm on to 7 minutes now when I look at this clock. And this talk is not about scaring you. It's about identifying if you are in a relationship like this and what you need to do to protect yourself. So if you're looking at this and it's affecting you, then ask for help. Do ask for help, because children can be greatly affected as well by this. You know, the intimidation, all that stuff. There's so many words we could use, but it's basically all the same. When you are afraid and intimidated and you're doubting yourself, all that sort of stuff, but you know that what you heard is the truth, you know that what you've seen is the truth, but because someone is coming against you in a forceful way, in a bullying manner, condemning you, attacking your character, insulting you, criticizing you, that's verbal and emotional abuse. It's all under the same thing. So I hope it's helpful to those of you that are in these situations, or it might be helpful to if you share it, because that somebody might see this and has no idea that they're in this kind of a relationship. They have no idea, because it's their normal. But by getting the shares out, guys, we are helping women, we're helping men that are in these situations. And this may be the only thing that they will see that will make them take action. Because it's a scary thing to go and get a bar in order. It's a scary thing to go and get a protection order. But if it's going to save somebody's life, guys, please share the videos. Please do that. And I know it's deep and it's still soulful. It's Soulful Sunday, and thank you for the request, for putting it in. And if there's anything that you want me to speak about, just ask me and I'll do the best that I can. I won't be able to cover all the areas on a topic, but I can cover it from my experience and I can cover it from what I know about the situations. So I hope that was helpful, and as usual, until the next time, take care of yourself and take care of each other, especially take care of yourself, and taking care of someone else, maybe just sharing the video. So that's it till the next time, guys. Thanks a million.